All right, so crash bar's off, all that is good. We have to do the windshield washer reservoir, which we have this nifty little low pro one, and it does come with its own install guide. It's okay, we're making it better one part at a time. Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna go into the windshield washer reservoir itself. Should be pretty easy to remove, just a few 10 mils. But like Lucas was saying, just be mindful of when you connect these hoses. They are labeled red and yellow. We'll figure out which is which because one goes to the back of the car and one goes to the front of the car. So we'll make sure we hook up the right ones. That way you don't mix the controls, and when you go to do your windshield, you actually end up doing your back windshield. So a couple of connectors here. There we go. Cool. That's out. So yep, you can just grab this rubber line and you're just going to pull it straight off the pump. Like that. A little bit of spilling, and you lied. It's coming out the pump. Yep, it's going to drain the whole thing. Lucas, when I pull these lines at the bottom of the pump, it shouldn't drain out, right? Maybe a little residual in the line. So I'm going to actually slide that back on now that this is soaked, and I'm going to go get a drain pan. So I'm just going to pull this hose off, and the reservoir will drain out. There we go. So the red line, if you're looking at it from this direction, back of the car face and forward, this pump on the right hand side went to red, left hand side went to yellow, green top, yellow, white top, red. There we go. Let that guy drain out. Once it's done, we'll remove the reservoir. Is this a level sensor here at the bottom? Yeah. It's a little brown clip. There we go. There we go. Well, that's good. Now we can remove the reservoir, which slides in just a little groove. It like slides on top there. It just slides in there. There's a 10 mil there. So filling net comes here, goes up into the engine bay right here. That has one plastic clip right there. Beautiful. And then we should be able to just pull this out, come down over here. So I can just pull that out, pull the whole thing up and out. And then 10 mil right here with an extension. Then we'll set this over on the table because although we have a new reservoir, we need to transfer over the level sensor and both pumps. What is in here that I hear?
Yeah, level sensor.
Oh, makes sense. So will these be out when customers receive it?
I think so.
Okay.
I feel like we'll install the level sensor here, so you don't have to mess with that.
Right.
It's a little tricky. But those I probably wouldn't leave in there because I'm afraid you like push it in, push the gasket in there, and then you're like done.
Screwed.
So
yeah. Okay.
We'll probably have customers put those gaskets on.
Cool. Which you guys just heard all that. If not, Dave will add subtitles at the bottom. There we go. There we go. And then we'll take this supplied grommet, go over just like that. And then this one will go into there. Let me do the other one first, and then we'll lubricate that grommet up. That way it goes in a little bit smoother. This is definitely not going to be the best way to do this metal part on a plastic pump. I'm just being very careful just to kind of get it started. You guys just be patient with it, kind of work it back and forth because you don't want to crack your pump. There we go. Cool. 2 pumps. Now we're done with this. Don't need to worry about the level sensor because it comes with a new one. Slide this grommet on and good to go. Now this will go in there. That one will go in there just like that. All right, got myself some WD-40 silicone. Just gonna get a little bit all the way around on both pumps. Just like that. Put this grommet back in like that. Grommet in, WD on it, and then now I'm just gonna lightly put some pressure on it because I don't want that grommet to like pop in. And I think we're gonna be good here. There we go. And then we'll do the same thing on this. So grommet in first, then your pump. There we go. Boom. Cleaning action while we're here because everything on Dave's car is disgusting. So now we can mount this guy back up, plumb everything back together, plug it all in, and keep going on the bash bar. We're almost there. And side note, Lucas did tell me we have a nylon lock nut here, and then this bolt right now, you guys will have a stud on the production. So this is gonna make it a little bit harder for me, for you guys, be a little bit easier.
Everybody
Oh, good.
say thank you, Lucas.
Thank you, Lucas. I guess mount this up first, and then we'll plumb it and go from there. Alrighty. So it'll go, and then that nut and bolt, which will be a stud, is gonna go here. And now I see why Lucas said it's gonna suck for me. It'll be much easier for you guys, because I gotta get a bolt through there and then tighten the nut through there. Just like that. And then this, let's see. Cool. Now I'll grab a 10 and a 10 and tighten those guys up. Cool. So you guys will have a stud. I had to have a 10 mil on the other side to keep it still, and then just tighten that nylon lock nut right there. Beautiful. Now we can level sensor there, green there, gray there, and then which way was it? Red was left. I'm gonna go this way. One like that, and then yellow was like that, and bingo. So these don't come down as far. There is no special like fitting for this. Well, yeah, no, I meant there's no special end to connect this. So if you don't like this little bit of excess line, you can just cut it, make it shorter, slide it on. That way you don't have that little bit of excess. But there are two little keeps. The lines right there. Just slide that guy on just like that. And there you go. Beautiful. Now let's get the filler neck on there, and then we can keep going with the bash bar. All right. Again, with a side note, changes from what we're doing here to what you guys will have. This is on with the zip tie, and then here over at the reservoir, I'm going to use a zip tie. This will come with clamps, don't worry. You guys will get better than what I'm dealing with. Same cap as the oil filter, or oil filler. That's nice. That's cool.
Washer on it.
Yep, it says washer. Is it clockable with 2 fingers just like the other one? Nice.
Wow. Everybody say thank you, Lucas.
Thank you, Lucas. Bracket here. I got bolt and nut, so it'll sit just like that. And I'll put that 10 mil in there. And then now from underneath, I'll screw this guy on and then get my impact and a wrench, hold them together and run them together. So the bolt's here. I got my nut. I'm gonna put my fingers through here and then put the nut on the back side of this bolt. Whew, this is a tough one just because of that bend. It's a little tricky. So I'm gonna hold it with 2 fingers like this, put it up, and then I'll use the impact and just tighten it up. There we go. So yeah, I got it started. Oh, I see about the double side sheet metal, yeah. Cool, there we go. And then now that that's mounted, come back over here. So we'll just slide this guy over, just like that. And like I said, you guys will have clamps. I'm just using a zip tie for now. I'll grab a pair of snips, trim off the excess, and that's the washer reservoir. That's my pocket knife. Sweet. Beautiful. Now we can fill it up. it is a little bit of a slow process just because of the diameter of the outlet on this metal filler neck. So just take your time. If you spill a little bit, it's not the end of the world. It's windshield washer fluid. And there we go. She is full. So you can see I just filled it up until it stopped. So I'll just put a rag just to soak up some of that on top. Then we can take our cap and screw it in. As I screw it in, I'm sure it's going to push a little bit more out. Not a big deal. There we go. Sweet. Look at that, Dave.
That's pretty.
Sorry, I made a little mark on it. That's my fault.